Hello humans, it's just Martine and it's time for a weekend reading vlog. Today is Friday, so I'm finishing up my first week of classes. I was about to say I am done, but no, I have one more class this afternoon. Sad face. But I'm about to be done, and Friday, every moment that I'm not in class already feels like the weekend. So we're starting this weekend reading vlog right now at 10:37 a.m. on Friday. It's actually kind of unfortunate that I just started this now, because if I had started it this morning, I would have already been able to tell you that I finished a book today. But I did. I just finished reading Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Spooky vibes. It was a good time. That's really all I have to say about it. But I have plenty of other stuff that I'm reading. For example, last night I started Brave New World for one of my classes. I'm only a chapter in, and it is weird so far. And I have to read it a bit slower than I normally read things to try and figure out what's going on. I'm also in the middle of reading 1984 for that same class, but I'm using the ebook version. Thank you to my local library for providing it to me. And besides that, I'm in the dead middle of Devastation Road, which I have been reading for way too long and needs a review from me on Book Sirens, so I really need to focus on that. It would also be cool if I could start Beloved by Toni Morrison this weekend. I'm reading it for a book club at my school. I also will probably have some school-related reading besides like book reading, like textbook reading maybe, to do this weekend. Who knows? And I'm going to start a new audiobook, but that's probably going to be for a secret video that I'm working on and have been working on for a while. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's everything I'm reading this weekend. So we'll update you next if I actually read something. Novel idea. Okie dokie, it's 6:44 p.m. and I read that one 10-page chapter, Brave New World, earlier and haven't read anything since. In my defense, I had like classes and meetings and such and meals, and then I watched YouTube, but now I'm finally inspired to read. So my hope is to read chapter 3 of this before I read anything else, because that will finish up where I have to be by Tuesday for my class in which I'm reading this. I'm hoping to also get the Thursday reading done this weekend, but tonight I'd like to finish the Tuesday one. Let's get it. Let's climb up into bed and cozy up and read. The perfect Friday evening. Happy Saturday. It is now 12:12 and I did my laundry. I cleaned my bathroom. I went and ate lunch. Now I'm going to fold my laundry while I listen to an audiobook, and that will be the first reading I do today. Woo! It's almost 2 o'clock and I'm just sitting down to read some Brave New World for school. Where is the day going? I'm 106 pages into Brave New World. I was warned in my last reading vlog, not my reading vlog, my prepping for a new semester vlog, which I'll put right here, by one of my friends that this is a weird one, and she was right. This is a weird one. I think I'm liking it so far. It's really hard to tell. I feel that way a lot about weird books. I'm reading it and I'm like, do I like this? Do I hate it? I actually have no idea. So that's where I am with this book. If you haven't read it, it's an interesting time so far, at least. So if you want something interesting to read, do I have a recommendation for you? And if you have read it, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm actually really looking forward to hearing my professor talk about the 2 sections we had to read for the upcoming week, because I want to hear what people think about it and what she thinks is going on and all that stuff. So basically, I'm tapping it as I go with quotes that I like, because I'm going to have to write an essay about this at some point. So I want to be able to find good quotes, or at least have a chance of finding relevant quotes. And then these sticky notes are for the different days that the reading is assigned for. So like the first 3 chapters are due on the 25th. So at the end of chapter 3, I put the sticky note to tell me to stop reading for that day. And then at the beginning of each chapter, I'm writing a little summary of the chapter. Some are shorter than this. This is a pretty long summary, but just so I know, especially since I'm trying to do the whole week's reading, so I don't have to read during the week for that same week. I want to know what's happened up to the point that we're supposed to have stopped at, so I don't spoil anybody for this. But yeah, interesting so far. Interesting. I read like 50 pages outside in the gardens, and it was nice. And I was cold in here, and now I'm warm, so mission accomplished. Also, it was my first real time using my prescription sunglasses. I've worn them to like cross campus and stuff, but I was sitting outside for a while, so it was nice to have them and be able to read while wearing sunglasses. Incredible experience. Yay! dinner time. I read 2 chapters of Devastation Road during dinner. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time getting through this book. There's gotta be something about it, but I just can't put my finger on it. It's not as interesting as I want it to be. I know that's really unspecific, but that's all I can think. Like, there are portions of it that are intriguing, but on the whole, I'm like, I don't really care. That's it. I don't care about the characters at all. Happy Sunday, it's 12:18 and I'm just now picking out the camera because I'm about to start doing some reading. I don't know exactly what I feel like reading yet. Right now, I'm probably flip-flopping in between Devastation Road and 1984, both of which I have on ebook on my phone. I'm probably gonna read one of those while I have some time before a meeting. Woo! It's 2:41. I finished my meeting a couple minutes ago and then I hopped on to Natalie Locke's live stream just to say hi. I'll leave her channel information down below. I love her so much. She's got great writing videos, so definitely check her out. Before my meeting, I did manage to read some 1984. It's hard to know exactly where I am because, okay, so I didn't want to pay for this book, so I wanted to get it from my library on Libby. There were 3 different copies on Libby. 2 of them had huge queues and I needed to read it like immediately. So the only one that was available was not a mashup, but like a bind up of Animal Farm and 1984. I've already read Animal Farm, so I'm literally just in it for 1984, so I skipped in the table of contents to 1984. That being said, in this version of the book, I'm 73% of the way through, but that also includes Animal Farm. I'm pretty sure I'm about 2/3 of the way through 1984. It is less weird than Brave New World. I'm already starting to see the ways that the argument is going to come together in my class when we watch a debate about 1984 versus Brave New World. I was kind of worried about being able to keep them separate in my head, but reading them at like the same time, since they do have some very similar concepts and like very similar feeling works. But so far, that's not proving to be an issue at all because Brave New World is written super weirdly and 1984 reads the same way. Can anyone tell me if I'm crazy for thinking this? It feels like reading Fahrenheit 451. It's got that same pacing, mild intrigue, but then you hit a patch and you're like just watching the person live their life, and it moves slow at sometimes, and then sometimes I'm like, what's gonna happen next? My sister didn't care for 1984. I have just reached a point where it has slowed down considerably because Winston's reading a book within the book. So we read part of the book in 1984 and it's basically just a history book. And I'm not a fan of that in the slightest in this moment because it's not that interesting and I don't like reading history books in general. But we'll see how long that's going to last. I just finished section 2 and things are heating up. Heating up, I say. I feel extraordinarily blessed to be one of those people who has a family, is like gifted with a family, who when you call them when you're at college makes you feel good and makes you feel loved and is a highlight of your week instead of something terrible or something that you feel like you have to do. So I'm feeling good right now because this afternoon I had a call with my family and then I had dinner with my sister. Now I'm out of breath because I just climbed 4 flights of stairs. Let's go. I've also been reading Devastation Road a little bit. I got 2 chapters down since I've last updated you on it. I'm caring a little more because like something bad happened to one of the characters, but still not caring as much as I should for a murder mystery. So that's a little weird and that will definitely affect the ending star rating. But I'm at 60% of it now, so only 40% to go. My hope is to finish it this upcoming week. As you saw in my last clip, I managed to finish 1984 today. I actually read the last like third of it in the past hour and a half, a little more than that. The whole week that it took me to get through the first 2/3 was just abolished by the last third. But the last third read very much in a trance-like way to me because of the things that were happening in it. I don't really want to spoil it, but it was just way less tactile in the first 2/3 from the character's perspective, from Winston's perspective. So it just seemed to glow and smoothed its way through the last whole third of the book, pretty much. That was good, and I'm proud of myself for finishing that this weekend because I had it on my to-do list to finish it tomorrow, so that's checked off, so that's good.
But since it is Sunday night, I am going to end off this weekend reading vlog here. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more reading, writing, and college lifestyle content on Wednesdays and Sundays. Also, I'd love to know, have you read 1984? If so, what were your thoughts? Did you like the ending better than especially the middle? I did not like the middle, but the ending slapped for me. Did you like the ending if you've read 1984? And if you haven't, why haven't you read 1984 yet? Are you interested in it? Have you read Animal Farm by George Orwell? I'd love to know. Until next time, bye humans, bye!